I'm Elliott Bambrough.
Are you Mother Nature in disguise? Everyone was saying, like, I've got to go and see this tree.
I guess you could call me a tree lover.
And I first saw the trees!
I love their history, their science.
It's like seeing nature's Mona Lisa for the first time.
And the emotional connection people have with them.
Let's go.
And I just started crying.
To a tree that survived so much, it really hits you.
That's why I'm traveling the country in search of these remarkable tree stories.
Today I'm about 20 minutes outside Prescott, Arizona, searching for a local tree with huge legend attached. It's rumored to be over 2,000 years old, but here's the catch. The locals like to keep it a secret. There are very few trails listed online about how to find this, so wish me luck. Try my best, see if I can't find it.
For centuries, the legend of the giant alligator juniper has grown. A massive specimen that many say is the oldest of its kind in the US, quite possibly the world. Imagine the history this tree has seen as it grew from a tiny seedling to an impressive giant with a circumference of more than 27 feet around. But it was a terrible tragedy that is now forever linked to its story. In 2013, wildfires were raging across Arizona, heading for the much-loved grandfather tree, as the locals often called it. A team of elite firefighters, known as the Granite Mountain Hotshots, were determined to save the centuries-old tree. As the blaze closed in, the team trenched a fire line around the alligator juniper, essentially creating a buffer between it and the flames. An amazing feat of heroism. Tragically, a week later while fighting another blaze, 19 of the Granite Mountain Hotshots were killed. Their memories forever linked to the giant alligator juniper, which now serves as a memorial to their sacrifice.
So, Steve and Stephanie, this is weird, and the kind of serendipity of meeting you on a trail where I've seen 0 other people so far, and I've walked for a good couple of hours trying to find this legendary tree, and you guys have a kind of attachment to this story too, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So we've lived here in Prescott about 5 years, and right after we got here, the movie about the 19 firefighters hotshots that lost their lives came out, and the tree, the story of the tree, and so naturally we wanted to see it. Standing outside of the restroom was the only Granite 19 hotshot survivor, who they called Donut.
The one survivor.
The one survivor.
You were in the theater with him.
He had been in our theater, and everybody recognized him, and they were crying. And I was fine until I came out, and he and I made eye contact. He was standing right outside. And I just started crying, and I gave him the biggest hug, and he hugged me back. And it was really surreal to meet the only survivor, and there he was. But this particular tree, you can see why they tried to save it. It kind of tells its own story when you get there.
This whole journey for me, traveling and seeing all these incredible trees, like this one being between 1,000, 2,000 years old, like no one knows how to date it quite right. But the people I've met, such as yourself, Stephanie, Steve, and Moose, and the stories and connections, it's almost like I'm being pushed to meet all you people and to experience these trees the way that they've been intended to be, sharing their stories, and this is a really remarkable. And then I'm getting emotional right now thinking about all this. So I need to go and pay my respects and sit down with the tree.
This journey has certainly been filled with serendipity. As I stood silently with the tree story, I turned to discover I had company. It's then that I met Dale Dieter, forest supervisor for the Prescott National Forest.
What would be one thing you'd like people to know about this area or this tree in particular that other people may not know, or something you'd like to share about your passion and love for what it is around here?
Certainly any life is special, but one that's got this many stories to tell is very special, and it is very important to the community, especially with the folks that we lost.
It seems like very personal to you. Is there a personal connection, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I've working for the Forest Service. I interact with a lot of people that dealt with the granite loss firsthand. So, and certainly just anyone any fatality in the fire community is tragic. And,
right.
And so it hits us all hard. And it's just the fire community is a very small world, and any time there's that.
That's good.
As I've learned, this particular tree has powerful emotional connections. But there's a reason this species has survived so many years. One of the most distinctive facts about this tree is that the bark can grow up to 4 inches thick. And deep bark fissures make it look just like an alligator's back. This tree is a slow grower and will stop growing when there is not adequate water or moisture. But it will begin to grow again as soon as moisture is present, allowing it to survive and grow in harsh conditions, just like here in Arizona.
The thing for me with the tree is discovery is the first thing that happens and connects me. Trying to find this tree to start off with was difficult. There's no actual trail signs. So even finding it is a great discovery, and then finding the little trinkets hidden as signs of remembrance to the firefighters lost their lives here from the hot shots. To give another reference, something as synonymous with history like the Mona Lisa. It sits proudly in the Louvre in France until you go there and see it for yourself and your eyes fall upon her gaze and her smile. It's something you have never seen except in print or in photos. You haven't experienced it in person. This tree has that kind of impact for me. It's like seeing a version of nature's Mona Lisa for the first time, with its impressive history, its cracks, its age and its beauty. It's something that you can't experience and sense that emotion until you see it yourself. And I want to stay here forever and soak it up more, but the trouble I had finding it here, I should probably head back to my camper.
Healthy trees increase in value with age. They increase property values, beautify communities, purify air, and save energy by providing shade from summer's heat and protection from winter's wind. Properly cared for, the trees we plant today could live for hundreds and hundreds of years. And of course, have their own stories to tell.
The only other thing I would add is as an ancient life, it did fine without kind of the. I know people were well-meaning with the graffiti and whatnot, but it's not going to contribute to the life of the tree or the memory of the firefighters. So, right. Our ask is please come visit and enjoy, but leave things as you find them.